Hey, what's up, you guys? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be doing some new stuff. Let me help you guys out with these cams, these fans. Today we're going to try just adjusting the speed of these things. Because it gets hot in here. Nobody wants to be hot. Door? I didn't lock the door? No, I think I left it open. Oh no, it feels good outside. Mm-hmm. It's like a little cooler. So we'll have that ambient sound. We have the mic picking up that a little bit before we want to close the door so we can get it up. But that's what I was saying. Today is a very special day because today we're getting the kid drummer to come. We're going to see what that's like and see how it sounds. It's going to be awesome. Just having him. We're going to be able to team everybody together after that and have a cooler sound. And I'm excited about that coming to pass. So we're going to see when he gets here, like I said earlier before, when I thought we were recording, it's raining really hard outside, so it's going to be a process. So we're going to chill, and go live. Cracks the left chord. Definitely sounds more full. You know.
How long was it between the missed calls? Like 20 minutes?
Like 5 minutes. He called it at 5:11, 5:13, and then I called him at 5:17 and 5:24.
See if he can come tomorrow. Man. He stays far though.
I don't know. I've only talked to him one time on the phone.
Hey.
This gives me really bad vibes. Just the way he's doing this.
Just be positive.
I am being positive, but this isn't normal. You came all the way out to somebody, and then you're there. You're gonna at least answer the phone if they call. If you're texting them.
You know, sometimes somebody will show up, but then, like, you don't answer right away. They be looking for a reason to go home. Like, oh, I called you. Like, maybe he tired from the gig. I mean, that doesn't give him an excuse. I'm just saying, that's how niggas be, you know?
He said, what's the address at 416? At 417, I sent the address. And then he said, I thought you said third ward. This is OST.
It is.
I know about Spanish music.
He said that?
Yeah.
Maybe he think you setting him up or something? Or this is third word. Or, I mean, I guess. It's kind of Yellowstone-y, too. What's that matter? Maybe he's nervous. You know? Possible.
That's super awkward.
Be nervous in the area he's in. I mean, to you and I'm not talking down on your area. I don't know, I'm trying to back? Did you text him? I would have heard it if it rang. I'd have been like, your phone's ringing. So that was weird. Oh, he actually came in?
Let's look at his car. Let's see a car pull in and then it just stops at the gate.
Like he didn't come all the way around? And he just like immediately turned around?
Pretty much. That's what's a little while I called it, I guess. By the time he ended up calling me, by the time I ended up calling him, he had been gone for literally like a minute and a half.
That's a quick turnaround. Said, I know about space. That was after or before? It was like earlier.
What's he got here?
Like you trying to set him up or something?
Right, like you heard about storage really. Okay. What happened? Bro, like on so many levels that makes me not want to fuck him. Bro, my house is not good enough for you. Fuck you.
all the way around too?
No, I didn't get a chance to talk to the nigga. The nigga didn't answer the fucking phone. It's like, nigga, why you got me waiting here till 3 for you to finally come at 5? Listen, bro, he's supposed to be here at 3. It's 5:30. He shows up. And then he sits in the parking lot for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And then he's like, hey, bro, I'm out of here. That's fucking crazy. Bro, that's fucking crazy to me. And now you won't answer the phone?
Just text him and be like, yo, what happened? Like he wants to go home or something anyway, you know?
That's still horrible communication.
I mean, it is. But that's what I'm saying. That's what it looks like. But the Spanish Village apartment comment is a little...
I'm not going to read more into it than what it actually says. I know about Spanish Village.
Maybe Hendrix knows we're drunk.
There's no other way to look at it, bro. Nigga, you're just here, and then you pull off, and then you don't answer the phone. Bro, you do not want to talk.
Yeah.
That's
Unfortunate.
and I don't want you to come back if it's because you see the studio.
Right.
And now you're like, oh, y'all are getting enough now. That defeats the whole purpose of everything, you know? I want people who actually want to be here.
You just hit him up on Instagram randomly, or you kind of met him before?
Never met him.
You figured it out? Oh, you just used grandmother's small TV. Oh yeah, it's on regular. It's on regular. But I mean, go ahead and download YouTube TV and face. Okay. Alright. When y'all come back? You need to take them? What time? At what time? Hopefully it's early. I should be able to do that. It shouldn't be no more than 2 hours. Okay, that's fine. Just send me a reminder. That's fine. Okay. Well, we were waiting on the drummer, and he came, but I think he got like split because I think it was she plays us, but she's playing the like djembe, which is the African drum thing. But we had a guy who wanted a kit, like a kit, and I don't know. We were setting up for him, and I don't know why Troy's phone didn't ring, but he missed his call. But it was like really quickly. But I think he was a little nervous coming to the Spanish Village. Yeah. But he's being weird, and he's being weird. And even if he wanted to leave, okay, let's say you left, and Troy called him, he's not answering the phone. Yeah, it was weird. That was a weird. I'll call you later. No, we in the studio right now. We were about to rehearse with the guy, but now we just kind of sitting around. Yeah, we were trying to see if he's gonna pick up, and I guess not. But I guess we may go over the songs or not. If not, I'm gonna go home. I cooked. I mean, I need to cook, so let's have some fish. I'm gonna do some fish. I'm gonna do some sweet, like the sweet potato. You know what I mean? The sweet potato. Sweet potato. I usually just put them in the oven. Like a whole sweet potato. It could be in there for almost an hour. I've been having my AC on, so it's been well, I'm glad you say that because April 7th, my new contract, I have to decide on a new electrical. Yeah. I put an alarm for it, so maybe you can help me with that.
Fuck, bro. It's demoralizing.
That's fine. Okay, let me hit you back for a minute. Alright, love you. My mom said, hey, and don't let it get you down.
That's what I said, man.
I mean, people gonna be people, bro. Don't let it.
Just sucks,
It's
bro.
easy to say not to let it get you, but
Mateo talking about, no, who was it? Your other friend was talking about, there's only like 4 or 5 Dolby Atmos studios. It's like, nigga, you
6.
literally were this close. This is like, to me, it would be like finding somebody who, like the emoji where people are digging and then there's a timer right on the other side and then it stops and turn around.
Maybe he's supposed to be a part of it, bro.
I don't think so. Like, if you act like that,
we got to start reading the energy. But like you said, if he was to come in here and see here, he might be more like, oh.
And that's the wrong reason to want to keep him. I would much rather want somebody who's really just dedicated to working with us. You know what I'm saying? And this is a nigga who I said
but
I'm
you don't
gonna pay.
think, for example, you don't
If I'm
think.
paying you and you treat me like this, I don't want to pay you anything.
But I mean, at the same time, you don't think like. I'm not saying it was everything, but like Hendrix coming in here probably saw it and was like, oh shit, this nigga. Like seeing it does like add something to it. I'm playing when I talk to you, I'm trying to play not on anybody's side.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying you're wrong.
I just don't want you to think I'm like every time you say something I'm like trying to be something. I'm just trying to put all perspectives.
It's just one of those things that I wish I had my ideal house. And that's one thing that like drives me crazy that my family doesn't.
You also don't want to put studio over here with the lights pointing.
Exactly.
It's like, nigga, we can't be like that.
Yeah, I do wish, we had a place that was our own and it didn't have a reputation, So it's like people come over here and I may not be aware of the reputation, but they're aware of it. So it doesn't matter if they heard about it years ago. In their head, they're still like, oh no.
He at least could have just been like, I don't want to. I think he was using it as okay, so let's say, Spanish Village might have scared him. It might have scared him away a little bit, right? It might have. But at the same time, you could at least answer the phone.
Bro, just as a person, that's a bad character quality. You know what I'm saying?
That means he'll do that shit for anything.
Imagine if you hired somebody for your staff and they did that because they didn't like a certain place. You told them to meet you there. And they said, hey, I'll be there. And then you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that you're treating me like that lets me know how much you feel tied into this. You were trying to dabble your toes, dip your feet into something, see if you can make some money real quick. But your ties are really to your other baby. Hey, I guess it's better to figure it out now than figure it out after the show. And you've been all up in here and shit.
100%. It's not even, I wouldn't say demoralized, it's just mad, frustrating, annoying. Don't let these fuck niggas get us, bro. Come on, man. We coming, bro. We coming, bro.
It makes for a good story, though.
It does. Because we making it big this year. All this shit is documented. We're going to be able to talk about all this shit when we make it big. And be like, yeah, there was some whole ass niggas that was we tried to help the nigga make it
like Kanye. He was like, he's standing in office. Y'all need to put this shit out. And they're like, nah, nigga. Nah, this shit ain't hitting. It's like, bro, just listen to me. Just try it, bro. Just fucking try it.
His music was so different than what was popular at that time. Especially all those people who were like putting out records that Jay-Z made and that they just didn't understand. They just didn't. They were a part of that machine. We got to put out this type of rap, gangster rap.
For instance, the audio sounds great. That was 4:05. Right now it's 5:51. And then she said, "Okay, Joe," at 5:05, and then at 5:51 she said, "Congratulations for brotherhood."
Yeah, brotherhood. Hey, thank you, Quay, if you're watching. Thank you for always doing little positive messages up in there.
That's the shit you can't train.
That makes you feel good. It's like,
Sometimes you need it.
She's a good-hearted person.
Almost like this. It just is like a kick in the dick.
Right on the tip.
And that's exactly what I was thinking. Right on the tip.
Ah!
It's not a hard.
You ever heard somebody flick your shit?
Yeah, it's like it's almost could have been an accident. Like you're just moving real fast, you just to grab something, and it's like I can't even really be mad at you, but I'm really upset with you because the way you did that,
That's fucking with them. I used to go to all the different schools. Them white boys be on that gay shit.
Yeah, they love doing that shit.
I knocked the motherfucker damn near out one time. I said, bro, stop that. Why y'all? I be like, bro, and they be, them still my boys. Like they just know, oh, Joe don't play like that.
No, they ain't my boys.
But I just be like, why y'all be on this?
I realized over time they're not my boys. Because if we ain't cool now, we were never boys.
You just gotta let them know, like, hey, I'm not the black guy that you're probably used to hanging out with.
Quay said, congratulations on seeing people how they are. He said it's like
rain on your rehearsal day.
It's like you've been spared. Yeah. And that's how I want to look at it.
We gotta start looking at messages
really feel
like that.
God is trying to guide us right now.
He is.
And I feel like right now we're in a place to where it's like you know, I didn't want a lot of people in here, right? And so now he's sort of like blocking us from having people in here, but also he's getting us, we're not atrophied from having new people come through now. You know, we're more...
We don't have to, because we're trying to get something we want, we also need to take it as a lesson. It's not for something.
And I feel like that's what this situation is. And when I saw him, I was like, I don't know. You know? Because he gives like dad bod vibes. You know? And I'm not talking shit about him, but
you can. At the same
idea,
time, we can take whatever the fuck we want to say. Just like that nigga can say, you in Spanish Village.
Right.
Like, damn,
but
nigga.
my idea is more like Hendrix. He has a very unique look from you and from me. Mm-hmm. And then Big Mama has a very unique look from all of us, but all of us are interesting individually.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
And nice looking people.
And I feel like he would be one of the people who is like
oblong shape ass nigga over there throwing it off.
You looking like
they gonna take the sexy back, not bringing sexy back. They taking sexy back.
And it's like you just want somebody who you feel like really fits in. And I feel like with what he did, it just lets me know you don't want to find another place. You're comfortable where you're at. You like your church gig. You like your band gig. That's cool.
Yeah,
you like your bowling on Tuesdays. Like
it has to be the perfect scenario for you to walk up in here.
Exactly. So hey, that's cool. You thought you were about to be in somebody's living room practicing. You were wrong, but hey. Quay said, well, time to put on a dope show.
Yeah, because practice went well yesterday.
Practice was great yesterday.
It was really good.
Fantastic.
I feel like she's getting more comfortable.
Yeah.
And she's pretty positive.
And as we're going fast, it goes really well.
Yeah.
She's super positive.
I can't take that away from her.
Which is really nice. Like, especially having Quay, I can't deal with like negative female energy. It's like, bro, this is like a complete fucking
me
shock.
and you would be looking at her like I would make it awkward to stare at her like.
I'm talking about you would have to be the best musician and a beautiful person for me to want you to sit in here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like
on that type of energy.
Yeah.
You got to be playing better than all of us in here.
And absolutely beautiful.
And adding something that.
Because you can't be fat and nasty and still expect me to treat you that way. You know, like girl, you smell like a jelly roll. Not the good jelly rolls.
Yeah,
like
stanky jelly roll.
And pus smell.
That pus roll.
Oh, that sucks though. No, it doesn't. Because if he didn't want to be here, then you're just more likely to tell everybody about what it is because you don't care. You don't value this. So it's better to happen now than later. Still crazy though. That's a gut punch. Like a motherfucker.
cords you found for my joint, those are nice.
Oh, yesterday?
The cords that go with the bass line, they like match the bass line, but they're cords.
Yeah.
Damn.
He said I had to go back to the crib and check on my lady. Understood.
What, is she dying? Is she giving birth in the living room? Check on you. She not grown? You on some R. Kelly shit?
Said understood. Hope everything is okay.
And maybe you should say, and to respond to your Spanish Village, like I have a studio in here. Like, I don't know what the fuck, but it was a good try. Unless you want to give him another chance.
Well, when he said that, if you think your woman's cheating on you, or if your woman really needs help, cause like a pipe bust.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that,
she's grown. What does she need?
But it could be like they're in a bad argument. And it's like, well, fuck that shit, I'm leaving. Or it could be all kinds of things. When it comes to your woman, you never know what the situation is. Somebody could have died, and you gotta, like whatever the situation is. I understand though. I can understand it just because I want to understand it, but at the same time,
that's one of the best excuses you can use, though.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you understood that was a good excuse.
So I'm gonna just leave it as.
But this is coming from a single man who ain't got shit to do. I got my shit ready to cook when I get home. I cleaned up this morning. I exercised. I studied.
Right. I said,
you call me, I'm here.
Hope everything is
I'm
okay.
not like everybody else. I can be here. Like I don't have no other obligations, nigga. So
I hope everything is
caught
okay.
me at the right time.
So it's in his court to say, hey, can we meet up later today, or can I meet up tomorrow, or it's
like
up
that.
to him now.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow's a busy day for him because it's church. So long to answer. I feel like, bro, have you ever been in a situation where you're with your girl, y'all are on the phone arguing, and then you get to the place that you're at, and it cannot stop right there? You have to finish the argument.
That's happened one time on Valentine's
and
Day.
You turn around. You gotta turn around.
No, we actually went in the restaurant, tried to.
And it got worse.
It got worse, bro. People were, when it's Valentine's Day, everybody's like, oh.
Nice.
The bitch was just like, I'll come back type shit, and we were just like staring at each other, and it was just like we were trying to argue, but not like.
But you could feel that energy.
Oh, anybody could see. The people next to us could see it. It was bad. We weren't yelling, but we were like,
I can't stand you. This is not a happy Valentine's Day.
yeah.
Ain't nobody getting salad tossed to
God,
me.
I hope the next bitch I meet. Like, not that I won't do that shit for her. I want her to be cool about it, to make me be like, man, you deserve this. Mm-hmm. Not like you only want me to do it because other niggas is doing it for they niggas.
Oh yeah.
For you. You know what I'm saying? Or like just to say you did it. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and that's part of why I am doing it.
Because any bitch that's dated me knows, like, I will spend money. I will do the world. I'm not gonna do nothing stupid, but like, I don't have a problem with it.
It's a normal thing.
Yeah.
Like, we're supposed to do it. It's a part of the culture.
You know what I'm saying? But nigga, like, a nigga was needing money during some of them times, and it was just like, I don't just have a bunch of money to be thrown away like this and going to a dinner this expensive that I'm always paying for. It's like it adds up, and I've just never had that conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Bro, and I think that's one of the reasons why, like, I knew Quay and I were gonna make it. Well, I didn't even know until until like later. But it's like there were so many times when we wouldn't trip about not having money or not doing nice shit, or like we would just make it a point to do. Like, we wouldn't even talk about it, but it was just a normal thing for us to do. Cheap, free shit. Like, as long as we could spend time together. And I feel like a lot of people, it's like, nigga, you're supposed to show me a better life just because I'm talking to you. A better life can just be enjoying each other. Nigga, like, we don't have to spend money to go somewhere. We can go outside and look at people walk around, nigga.
You act like, and you act like all of a sudden, just as we get in a relationship, all of a sudden somebody dropped $100K in my bag. Mm-hmm. I'm still the same person that met you, that told you where I'm at, and trying to. Doesn't just change because we date now.
And I'm spending hella bread on you.
Bro. Shit adds up. Cause now I'm looking at it like how I am now, and like I was looking like, man, I don't know how I was making and spending all that money, because I need to save the money I be saving now.
Hey, guess what?
And I was just dropping that shit.
One blessing. The mixer showed up.
Mixer?
The software mixer showed up that I was looking for that I couldn't get.
Oh, really?
And it's showing levels.
Let's go.
I know. That's a win. So maybe today we just, because I didn't want to call you to have you come over here and help me, but you're here now.
I can help.
Exactly. So now, if it's like, hey, what's this input say? What's that input say? What's that input say? You can just tell me, and we can just label shit. Then you'll have an understanding of how the studio runs better.
Let's do that. Oh, yeah.
Bro, I really appreciate you. Because a lot of times, you know, calm me down, like way to. Because if I feel like somebody's being fraudulent, I have to get them away from me because I try to solve people's problems. So if I get a fraud person, I'll try to help them. So my first inclination is get the fuck away from me. So people be like, Troy, calm down, calm down. No, I gotta get this nigga away from me before you ask me to do something. And then now I'm indebted to you, trying to fix some shit that you don't need me to fix. You know what I'm saying?
Like I told you, bro, I appreciate that. I really believe I'm like the ultimate teammate.
Yeah, bro, you're like a utility player.
Now
it's like you just play whatever.
There's moments where
if
if I keep helping and you like, not you, but just anybody in general, just cause I can take the rock and just start shooting that bitch, and like I'm the one fucking when I really feel like I be feeling most cases I should have took the rock and shot that bitch anyway. Mm-hmm. But I'd be like, I'm doing this for the team aspect. I know how this shit, how to make everybody, you know. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna call DeAndre and see if Andre, the guy who was gonna be the drummer, I'm gonna see if he knows any drummers that might be able to help.
Maybe Hendrix knows.
Yeah, let's wait for Hendrix. Because I don't want Andre to recommend my cousin.
What about your cousin?
No, I already told him I don't want my cousin. I just don't want him.
Good get him.
His energy, bro.
Bro, what if we try it one more time?
Bro, you played with him once. I played with him twice. Both times he had the same energy.
What if I had a talk with him?
Bro, it's not just him.
I feel like he be listening to me.
It's not just him with his energy. It's his family. You know?
Oh yeah, that part. I know that's more than anything.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. Your dad talking to my mom crazy. You know what I'm saying? But he did something wrong. Like, no. I feel like there's somebody out there who we're supposed to be playing with. And if everything worked perfectly at first, then everybody would be in a fucking band and making awesome music and shit. It's literally like doing fucking science experiments. You know what I'm saying? Like biology or chemistry. Just trying to figure it out.
Yep. Literally.
And maybe I just feel like when he said it was his girl, bro, I can relate. There's been times where, nigga, I gotta go. And I can't tell you why I gotta go because I'm embarrassed about it, but
That's why I said it's either truthful or the best excuse.
stuff that you're obligated to. How much are they paying you? I don't know. What you mean you don't know?
Yeah.
Like an audition.
Told you I dealt with that.
Yeah.
I can't be with nobody that's gonna have regrets, and you have to go after yours. Start going after mine again. Got inspired, going after mine again. Start coming over here, rehearse like I need to all the time. Started going home each day. I came home. It's like, her vibe was different.
Bro, I'm really proud that I'm one of the people who keeps making you do music. I'm really happy that I'm one of the people who makes you stay doing music.
Cause I feel like that bitch really did some manipulating in my mind with the like what I should be doing and what I should not be doing. Bro, as soon as a bitch said I can't be with you if you gonna have regrets, and I start, all right, well shit, I done finally got inspired somehow. Me and Troy done link back up. All right, we got a show. We about to do a show. Let's get excited about the show. I gotta rehearse a lot. I gotta learn these songs. I'm over here a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Nice show.
You always gone. Bro, I was leaving these practices, coming home, and each week her energy was like.
Because you got to closer to the show.
I was just like, bro, did you understand what you telling me? You telling me you want me to don't have no regrets and go for it and not go. This is what it takes for me to go for it. When she got to do some shit, bro, I don't fucking say nothing. She can go the fuck out of town. She can spend all day doing some shit at the crib, and I'm just like, okay.
To the relationship, she thought that's how it was always going to be. But relationships, if you don't allow a person to grow, you can't make it, because y'all won't enjoy each other unless both of y'all change and grow. And so,
what does she want from me though? Like, you want me to?
She wanted you to stay the same while she grew.
But then also antagonize me about not going after my dreams?
Because your dreams would have counteracted hers. Check this. If you became a huge star, would she be doing all your film stuff? I don't think so. No. I think she'd try to go do other people.
That's all she ever did.
And she's always going to be competing with you, trying to say, well, I'm working with these artists and you're not on that level. You know? And so she doesn't want the dynamic. She wants to feel important. That's why she's doing the job.
Like she did some shit for like when I was with Rosewood. She do some shit.
I saw a couple of those, and they look great.
She did, bro. But that was like.
But why wouldn't you continue? It was
doing pulling teeth.
You
damn near should have just been our.
Hey, and that's another thing.
Everyday photographer.
That's one thing. Old boy said. He was saying. So the guy whose song he was working on, he said the guy's been asking me to do this song for like 4 years. I told him I charged $25,000 to $3,000 per song. Damn. And then I was like, I'll show him once he does this, but I told him he just pay me whatever he can because he doesn't have it in his budget. But he was saying, you know, it's been taking so long because I just don't want to do the song, blah, blah, blah. So my thing is like, this nigga could still pay you $900. This nigga could still pay you $1,200. And you're still treating him like, you can't tell me that this is that much better than me sending it to Zelle to 5 different people for $200 a piece.
Yeah, it took me a while, like you said, to realize a bitch was competing with me too. Because she very much so wants to be in industry known. Her aspirations are like her favorite people are like big time motherfuckers that like she wants to be like that.
All in the space.
She wants to be like that. And like before she was getting to that point, she saw me doing it. And like, oh, this nigga actually doing it, but at the same time was leeching energy from me. Bro, this gonna sound wild. Okay, you know when they talk about like basically like a bitch that's like a succubus. I wonder like when you fuck them, are they like really swallow your seed or something. Are they taking some energy from you?
Hell yeah.
Like people say that just because of energy, but like
Hell yeah.
it literally is like a thing. Like
Yes.
the DNA that makes you go that they don't have, it goes into them, and now they like, I'm feeding off of this show, so I got enough to fucking go now. Because every time I was bitch, water comes up, swallow, and I'm just feeling like I'm chilling now. Now she working harder. I started really thinking about that. I'm like, that bitch was
Taking your
sapping my
energy.
life energy. And I worked with a lady who was like a holistic doctor, was a teacher, and she talked about the best thing a man can do is keep his sperm, which is his chi, inside of him. She's like, she's like, try your best not to masturbate. I know that's hard. I know that's a lot. She's like, but giving a woman that's like your power. That's why I was just like, and I started thinking about that shit. And I was just like,
There's a
damn.
lot of counteracting shit to that, but I understand what they're saying. But I feel like there's a more appropriate amount of time to get rid of it. Just like there's an egg every month, if not at least every month, because they say that sperm that just sits there for a long time starts dying. So normally the second load is normally the most potent load. So it's just like things like that. It's like you definitely do need to be letting some of that shit out, because think you just got dead ass fucking sperm in there.
No, you're right.
Like, if you never let it out, where's it gonna go? And they're like, why do you have so much dead sperm? Because you never masturbate. It's been 16 months, and nigga, yeah, you have a lot more dead sperm than a live sperm. But you do 2-3 times, you never know. But there needs to be a more studied way of how they do that, because it's not.
You understand where I'm coming from now?
Yeah.
I really
But
feel like the bitch
there's
was
so much
getting
energy.
energy from me. Like my aura, my natural energy, and my literally DNA that she doesn't have.
But also,
My
it's
ability to dream and think
it's the
big.
one time that a woman can completely control you. When she's doing stuff like that, and she asks you a stupid ass question, she can get an answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can literally control so much of a man that you can never control any other time, just because he got an erection and you're making it go away. Hey, and the girls know they're good at it, and then they just use it as a tactic to manipulate. I'll do this if I can.
To the point where a bitch would just show up in my house unannounced if I didn't answer. That's the type of shit I was getting. Not talking to a bitch for 6 months and then show up on my doorstep.
Girls know what they're doing.
I haven't seen or talked to you in 6 months. Maybe 7 months. What the fuck is going on? Would you just show up in my shit like this?
Yeah, there was a girl named Janae who did that. She sent some artwork to my house, and then like 2 months, 3 months after she sent the artwork to my house, she showed up in the middle of the night, and then we got in a fight because I took the artwork out and had it hanging there. She's like, I told you not to open it. I can't open it and look at some art that you have me holding, and then so she ended up walking out and walking down the street, and that's when I knew I couldn't fuck around no more. And she tried to use head as a way to get me to stay.
I feel like such a idiot,
Bro, I feel like all of us do it, but you just gotta understand what's going on and be more reactive to the people who you feel like she's not gonna do this to me even if she was sucking my soul. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't think that bitch was gonna do that.
I mean, who does?
I didn't think she was gonna do all of that. Like,
But you knew she was trying to get to the top too bad.
oh, she definitely like. She wants to be in the industry.
She gonna cut some necks. You know?
She definitely does the shit like that. She definitely is doing whatever needs to be done to get where, you know. And I'm living like she missing her blessing because she dealing with a guy who like, I'm not even gonna bother you. You could be doing anything. You feel me?
Right.
And I'm just letting you do what you need to do to get where you need to go. I'm not questioning anything. I feel like I'm the reason why,
Bro, is it that quiet? I turned on the amp. Remember the noise it was making last couple of days?
Mm-hmm.
It's silent right now. I bought that little piece, remember? Oh my God. Bro, it's so quiet.
Wait,
You remember we used to make the noise?
what made it stop?
I bought that piece.
When did it come? Just today?
Yes.
Are you just now trying it?
Yes. Check this, bro.
I don't hear nothing.
Bro, nothing. And it's at the loud volume. I didn't even turn it down.
So what is it doing? Like dispersing?
It's a ground loop isolator for USB.
I don't hear nothing, and it's still
You
loud.
hear this noise?
It's very small and very low. I hear that now. It's not as loud as it used to.
Now when I turn it up, it's like this. That's what it's normally like.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm gonna unplug it.
Hello, check.
Unplug it. Plug it into this thing. Bro. This thing's worth everything. Oh wait, it's still out.
That sound you made me think of how I saw a clip of Eddie Van Halen. He can make the guitar sound like animals. So here's an elephant.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, bro?
And they sound just like
That's someone that sleeps with his guitar. And all he's doing is playing this. Just no, like every inch of the guitar he's learned it. Like, oh, I can make any kind of sound. It's like that does something.
call.
That's the other.
Does it sound the same? Let's go back to the other one.
Go back to the first one.
Seems like it's a little louder
So
right
like
now.
this one is a little louder. Right?
Yeah. Now's the time. Now.
That thing is huge. What's it called? What's that thing called? A ground? A grounder?
This is a grounded isolator.
That's what that is?
No, this is just a sound level detector. 2.5 decibels is what we normally are getting. Now we're going to stop. Seems like 61 is our standard. Possibly hotter only by like a couple decimals, like 3 decimal points are wow. I thought that was gonna show me more. Okay, that's not inspiring, but what's beautiful is we have another.
You got 2 different ones?
Yeah, I got 2 different ones.
To see if there's one's better than the other.
Right, because one's more expensive than the other. Put them to the test. Okay, this is the one I've been trying. This is the one I've been trying. This is what I'm going to try. Even louder at 72, a full decimal. Alright. That sucks. Both of these products are not helping. Both of these men run back.
Both the hoes going back.
Don't buy those. I don't recommend them.
pretty decent. October 1994, it's considered one of the best days in cinema history. All these movies came out in this month. Shawshank Redemption, Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, Jurassic Park, and Lion King. Damn! All in the same month. Whoo! Niggas was cooking.
I'm talking about you got a good $40 off of each one of them people.
That is some of the beasties movies I've ever seen.
It's not playing at all.
God damn. Shawshank, Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, Jurassic Park, Toy Story. Wow. That's insane. That's really insane. Nigga, this meme got a seafood menu. And one of the items, they got like snow crab legs, crawfish seasoning, and then at the bottom it say shrimp in parentheses with head. Nigga was like, damn. Shrimp with head? I get head for $13 with the shrimp? Like, nigga, suck your ass up, nigga. He said it's the greatest deal in the history of mankind. Shrimp with head. Yo. On a hot day.
watching. Just about to plug this in and see if it works.
Hello? I can do what you need. I want to know the process. Like you just doing like I want what. Yeah, she was about to do something. I didn't even know what's going on. How you doing it? How you doing today, Elena? Pretty well. Can you just briefly explain to me what is it a different stipulations in this contract, or is it the same as last time? What was the previous? And why is it going up? All right, what if I don't want lower and I won't stay the same? would have liked to have stayed with what I already had instead of going having to come. So, what if another plan comes up that is favors better? Can you switch? So I could go online and look for something right now that might fit me better. Okay. Everything goes up except what about when the consumer money not going up, you know? So it's just like yeah, and I'm not even thinking like taking this out. I'm just speaking in reality. It's just like it's like yeah, but what if I end up moving? It just transfers to whatever address. Sounds like I have no choice, so I guess we'll just lock in. During that 36-month period, again, if something comes up and it's a better deal, I'm able to switch my plan. Okay. Okay, well, I guess my last question is, can they send something to me in writing that says, an email that says, oh, okay, you know, if I decide to switch, then they're not going to say, well, you know, I don't know who you talked to when you said that, but that's not how we operate. Will you be able to include that in agreement that, you know, about if a better plan comes? So I just need to be checking on you guys' websites often to see what better planes are. Okay. And what is the cancel? Is there a transfer for a change in plan? Well, I guess I should do the 36 then, right? Well, let's do 36. If you're saying that another plan comes along where it doesn't affect, if I want to change over to that and I feel like the rates are better, or maybe even goes low, I'm just hypothetically speaking, that I don't have to pay anything extra, then I might as well lock in for 36 months. Okay, let's do the 36 months. So $395 if I cancel. Okay. So you said something about $10 cancellation. That's only with the 12 month. Oh, so I see how they did that. I mean, that has nothing to do with you. You just work for the company. I see how they did. Either way, they was gonna get that. Oh man, that's smart. They did that. Yeah. Well, I guess the 36 months. Go ahead and do that one. Okay, as long as if I need, I can get a copy of the recording, right? Okay, that sounds good, because I just wanted to be recorded saying I want to record in case they be like, we can't give you that, but I said it on the recording. So, okay. All right, I appreciate, hey, look, you've been very helpful, and thank you for helping me with that. What's the point of that if they could still charge me if I go over what I think the average and then the summer hits and it goes up and they still gonna charge me for if it goes over 50. I would still get 50. Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, it just sounds like you wouldn't, but at the end of the year, they go and calculate everything that you have done and charge you. So it's like you're getting charged for it anyway. It's almost like a credit card. Yeah, it's just like, okay, well, it's just, do you prefer to pay everything that you were going to pay already at the end of the year, or just as it comes? It's like okay. Okay. My last question is just, you just go online and there's like a button you just enroll into. There's like a switch on or opt in and opt out type thing each month. Okay. So I mean, okay. So I don't just basically have to call in each time let's say I wanted to be on this month. I have to call in and they activate it at a certain time period for it to be. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, my bill is pretty good. Okay. All right. Well, this just do the 36. That's fine. What? I mean, I kind of already know. I'll be like right around 80 to. I'm gonna be consistently almost right around $80 every. Cause I mean, I'm just being honest. I don't turn on my. I don't even turn on my. I'll step out. I don't even turn on my AC or anything unless it's like, all right, we gotta freeze. You know what I'm saying? Now you keep going. Like, it gets hot or temporary. You like locked in. You look like you good.
I was just locked in.
You look locked in. I was talking to Reliance. I have to renew my how they set their plans up be like.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm finna still pay the shit.
The full amount.
Like they think they like you could do the 12 month, or you could do the 36 month. The 12 month. The only thing that is like with the 36 month, you get to stay locked into your rate for that. Because each time if you do 12 months, it's gonna go up. But with the 36 months, you pay a little bit more anyway. It's just like, so y'all still getting it.
Right.
You
everything y'all wanted.
And then she was talking about you could do the average, pay the average thing where it's like if your bill is only this much, you can set it up to where you only pay that average each month. But then she was like at the end of the year,
you gotta pay
if there's
the
a
rest
difference.
of
So it's like a credit card?
Yeah, it's just like a credit card. You want me to get fucked, and at the end of the year,
I
gotta pay $1,200.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not doing that.
Well, y'all can pay it. You can actually wait till your refund, and then we'll just take it right out your refund. Looking ass nigga.
Bruh, they think I'm boo-boo the fool. And she was like, well, most people, I was like, look at my average lady. She said, oh, you only pay $80? I said, you goddamn right. I said, I ain't turned on my AC in 3 months. I just turned it on, like, cause earlier during the week it got a little warmer.
Right.
But I don't be having that bitch like freezing. I have it just where I'm comfortable. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, whoever set this shit up, y'all cold. Like, y'all know, y'all motherfuckers know what y'all doing. Y'all know how they do. Either way, y'all gonna get the same shit. You just making me feel like I'm doing something.
Like I'm getting a deal.
Yeah, I'm not getting no motherfucking deal.
Getting shit, you getting fucked. Spitting on my back, talking about you done. You didn't fucking finish.
You feel me?
That's some Diddy shit.
Get the Diddy shit.
I was wildin' back there. What the fuck you doing?
who's the Astros? The Astros got waxed today. We're like just our trajectory now. We think teams are plucking. You know what I'm saying? We're back to go back to a rebuild stage. You know, we don't have all the fucking money like the Dodgers. Jesus, that has like 12 people that own it that are worth more than $10 billion each. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck can you do, yo?
Plenty of bread.
They got plenty of bread just to get things. And they got this Japanese pipeline now. It's like,
Oh yeah.
they about to get they got the coldest Japanese niggas coming over here now.
I'm the same too.
Who y'all playing?
Fire.
Is Skeens pitching? Is Skeens pitching? That motherfucker's nice. He was rookie of the year last year or whatever. He wasn't just rookie of the year, he was like top 5 pitchers in the league. In addition to being a rookie. You see, I'm acting like Hitler. But I'm a fucking nigger.
There's people who can really do this for everything. This motherfucker's making brush tips. I'm sure you want to get started like this.
Yeah, some people just are beastly. Oh, like paint them.
Yeah.
Whatever do that process is that heat.
And then you be mad if they charge you. It's an amazing process. Look at this, just the process of putting this on there. Just rolling it all up together and it's happening. Like, you gotta be so mindful of what you're doing all the time. Look at that eye in there. That has to be so hard because if you put it the wrong place, now you gotta.
Such a small. My hands are too big too.
You got all thick, gumby fingers.
How am I acting like Hitler? But I am a fucking nigger. Hey yo.
Let's check you out.
fucking nigger.
Hey, what's up, bro? Hello?
Hey, what's up, Drug?
Nah, man, how you living?
I'm doing pretty good. Hey, you at home?
Yes, sir.
Here, I'm gonna come by and drop that wrench off. I'm actually, I'm kind of like in Town or Champion.
That's
I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 minutes.
That's a bet.
Alright, for sure. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, bye. This nigga feeling good. I ain't never done the cocaine, but I know the look of a nigga.
I don't think I could do that.
The nigga who looking feeling good. Watch it. So warm.
He on that good book of sugar.
This nigga did the thriller pose.
Nigga just randomly hit that out.
He said, this nigga got two shoes. Hold on. I think this nigga got two different shoes on. Maybe he got like fucked up feet, like one leg is shorter than the other.
Look on
But
that
look
book
at
of
these,
sugar.
look at these flip flops. Look at the flip flops. One of them's thick and one of them's skinny. What the hell is going on here?
Bro, I'm about to go watch this game.
Oh, it's about to start?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Excited?
Hell yeah.
Who y'all playing?
I'm gonna hit you afterwards if you still trying to.
You
But I mean,
playing-
we already.
Y'all playing Tennessee?
Tennessee whiskey. UH beat the brakes off Tennessee last week. They about to play Duke. Nah, but UH was the number two one or two team in the nation. Duke's number 3 though. Bro, UH been in 6 straight Sweet 16s. You know about the tournaments. That's crazy. That's like what Duke and Kentucky
It's
be
been
doing.
consistent for the past decade. Them niggas have always, and they just have not got to the game.
They made it to the Final Four twice within them.
I remember
3
when
times.
they made it real close, and they lost on the heartbreak.
They lost
It was
on the
like the
heartbreak.
last time.
This their best year. This probably their best year to do it. The team I picked them out. I got 2 brackets. I have a bracket where I always like who I want to win, which is UH. But I picked Florida to win. Florida just beat Auburn. Looks like my predictions is pretty correct. I got Florida winning. I don't know about UH beating Florida. I don't know about that, bruh. No.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll hit you after the game if you want to link up. If not, we could just link tomorrow.
All right, I'm gonna stop with you. Y'all be safe.
And we don't even have to we don't even have to practice. We could